In this video, I'll show you how to play Xbox 360 games on your Android phone using AX360e Emulator. For a long time, many fake Xbox 360 emulators were available for Android, but most of them didn't actually work. But now, AX360e is available on the Google Play Store, and it's one of the most promising Xbox 360 emulators for Android right now. This Android emulator is still in early development, so you should not expect every Xbox 360 game to run perfectly. Some games may run smoothly, some games may have graphic glitches, and some heavy games may crash or not open properly. But the exciting thing is that this emulator is actively improving with updates. So, in this video, I'll show you how to download AX360e, how to add Xbox 360 games, how to adjust settings and controls, and what kind of performance you can expect. Before starting, let me clear one important thing. You should only use game files from games that you legally own. This video is only for educational and testing purposes. Now, let's start the process. First, open the Google Play Store on your Android phone. Now search for AX360e. Here, you may see two versions of the emulator. One version is paid and the other one is free. The paid version is mainly for supporting the developer financially, but there is no major performance or feature difference between the paid and free versions. So, if you just want to test the emulator, you can install the free version. After installing the emulator, open it. When you open AX360 for the first time, the home screen will be empty. This is normal because we have not added any Xbox 360 games yet. To add your games, tap on the three-dot menu from the corner. Now select Set Game Directory. Here, you need to select the folder where your Xbox 360 game files are stored. AX360e currently supports ISO and GOD style game formats, and some XBLA games may also work. If you also have an ISO file, you can simply place the ISO file inside your game folder. But if you have an XBLA game, you may see a file with a long random name and no file extension. That is normal. In my case, AX360 did not detect the game when it was inside multiple folders. So I copied the actual game file and placed it directly in the root of my game directory folder. After that, I refreshed the game list and the emulator detected it properly. Now, before starting any game properly, let's talk about the settings. If you open the settings menu right now, you may notice that the options are locked and not clickable. That is normal in AX360e. To unlock the settings, simply open any game once from the home screen. After the game opens, exit from the game immediately. Now go back to the settings menu again. This time, the settings should be unlocked. Inside the settings, go to the video section. Here you will find an option called Internal Display Resolution. By default, it may be set to 1280 x 720. If your game is lagging or the FPS is low, change this to a lower resolution. This is the most important settings for improving performance. Here, make sure 50Hz mode, interlaced mode, and 3D mode are turned off. These options are not needed for normal gameplay. Next, go to the display section. Here, make sure full screen mode is enabled. It gives a better gaming experience because the game uses the full screen of your phone. Now turn off post-process dithering. This is mainly a visual effect and disabling it can slightly reduce GPU load. Also, open post-process anti-aliasing and set it to none. Anti-aliasing makes the edges look smoother, but it can also reduce performance. So, for better FPS, keeping it off is better. Next, go to the Vulkan section. Here, keep log Vulkan debug messages turned off and keep Vulkan validation layer turned off. These are debugging options and they are not needed for normal gameplay. Also, keep allow immediate present mode, allow mailbox present mode, and allow FIFO relax present mode enabled. These options can help with smoother presentation and lower latency depending on the game and your phone. Then go to the GPU section. Here, you see an option called VSync. You can turn it off. Disabling VSync can sometimes improve FPS and reduce input delay. But if you notice screen tearing or unstable visuals, turn it back on. Now go to the CPU section. Here, make sure all debugging options are turned off. If break or unimplemented instruction is enabled, turn it off. Also, if break on debug break is enabled, turn it off. These options are mainly for developers and debugging. They are not needed for normal gameplay and may cause interruptions or crashes. Remember, this emulator is still new, so you do not need to change too many settings. The default settings are already good for basic testing. Now let's talk about controls. If you want to play using touch controls, open the virtual pad edit option. From here, you can move buttons, resize them, and adjust the layout according to your comfort. This is very useful because different games need different control layouts. For example, racing games, fighting games, and open world games may need different button placement. If you are using a physical controller, you can use the key mapper option to map your controller buttons. Using a physical controller is highly recommended because Xbox 360 games were originally made for controller gameplay. Touch controls work, but for a better experience, a controller will be much more comfortable. Now, let's play games in this emulator. AX360e is still in early development, so performance depends on three main things. First, your phone's processor. Second, the game you are trying to run. And third, the current compatibility of that game with the emulator. Lightweight games and 2D games usually work better. For example, small Xbox 360 games can run smoothly with stable FPS, but heavy AAA games like racing games and open world games may have problems. Some games may boot to the menu but crash when gameplay starts. Some games may show graphical glitches, some games may have black screen issues, and some games may run but with low FPS. This is completely normal because Xbox 360 emulation on Android is still very new. So, if you are testing AX360e, do not expect perfect performance in every game. Start with lightweight games first, then slowly test heavier games and see which ones work on your device. For best results, use a phone with a powerful Snapdragon processor. High-end processors will give better performance, but even then, game compatibility is still important. So overall, AX360e is not perfect yet, but it's very exciting emulator for Android gaming. The biggest advantage is that it's officially available on the Play Store and development is active. With future updates, more games should become playable, performance should improve, and graphical glitches should reduce. So, this is how you can install and set up AX360e Xbox 360 emulator on your Android phone. If you want to test Xbox 360 games on mobile, you can try this emulator, but keep your expectations realistic. Lightweight games may run well, but heavy games still need more optimization. That's it for this video. If this video helped you, then like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Android emulator tests, gaming tutorials, and tech guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.